Welcome to the very first episode of Now You Know BC. My name is Bob Kronbauer. I'm also known as BC Bob. In this series, I'm going to take you all around this great province of ours. Over the past couple decades, I've been working as a journalist and a storyteller. I founded the publication Vancouver is Awesome that you may have heard of, and I left it after 16 years so I can now spend all of my time researching and telling stories about British Columbia to British Columbians, to you. I'm going to introduce you to some interesting people, some places to go, things to see, things that happened in our past, our collective stories. And today, I'm going to be telling you all about Sasquatch. Did you know that the word Sasquatch was sort of invented in BC around 100 years ago? It's true. In the States, they call the mysterious, huge creature of the woods Bigfoot. But all throughout Canada, most of us call him Sasquatch. Many books have been written about the search for the beast, and some of the people who have written them have spent their entire lives doing that. Endless pieces of Sasquatch merchandise have been bought and sold. Countless brands have used them in their marketing, not the least of which was BC's very own Kokanee beer back in the 1990s.
Today, we're in the home of one of BC's best-known personalities. Mr. Sasquatch?
Oh, call me Sask.
Okay, Sask, a lot of people want to know about your loves, your hates, you know.
Well, Bob, is it Bob?
Yeah, it's Bob.
Yeah. Shy away from taxidermists and furriers, as you can imagine. But I do like Kokanee.
Those commercials were incredible. A Sasquatch museum recently opened in Harrison Hot Springs. That's the town where they hold the annual Sasquatch Days Festival and where you'll find no less than 10 wooden Sasquatch statues that you can take your photo with. When you're done visiting the statues, you can take a tour where you'll go out and look for a Sasquatch in the area. I have actually been on one of these tours. A guy named Thomas Steenberg took me out deep into the forest on his side-by-side. As we were making our way up the mountain, I asked Thomas what the chances were of us spotting one that day. And he told me, slim to none. Turns out he's never even seen it, despite being one of those people who has spent most of their adult life looking for it and writing multiple books about the subject. So, on our tour, eventually we got to a lookout point, way above Harrison Lake, and he stopped the vehicle and told me the colonized story of Sasquatch. Looking out at the lake, he pointed to a bunch of places way off in the distance where people said they had spotted it. He dug out a map, and he pointed to the most recent sighting locations on it, and then he pulled out a footprint casting that was taken at the site of the most famous Sasquatch sighting ever. It's known as the Patterson-Gimlin film, and it was shot in California. People sell casts taken from the tracks that they apparently found at the same site in the 1960s. Steenberg owns a few of them. Across the other side of the lake from where me and Thomas were is the home of the Sta'alis First Nation, right near Harrison Mills. The Sta'alis people actually believe that the hairy beast of the woods is a spirit creature. My friend Kelsey Charlie from the Nation explained to me that their community believes it to be a supernatural being, and they believe that for millennia. The being has the ability to shapeshift from spiritual form to physical form, and they see it as the primary caretaker who watches over the land. Kelsey's grandpa was the one who told him that people who have seen it, smelled it, seen its prints, they've been given the blessing to actually experience it. So, if you go out looking for him, you're probably never going to find him. He's going to find you. The Sasquatch, not my friend Kelsey. Kelsey's not going to find you. We could try and find him, though. He's probably out playing soccer or maybe making drums. His son Keegan made this one for me out of an elk that they harvested not far from where I went Sasquatch hunting. Back to the story at hand. The word Sasquatch is an anglicized version of the Sta'alis Nation's word for it, which is Saskets. That's almost how it's pronounced in the Halkomelem language. And we've been calling it that ever since. Now you know.